and we're going to come on and do something. But, okay, so we got it. We got it together. I don't know what was going on, but here we go. Okay, happy Friday, everybody. I pray all is well with everyone. I just wanted to come in and just talk about parenting, double standard. Hi, Christina. How are you? So we're going to talk a little bit about double standing, parenting, double standard. Okay. All right. So somebody says, "What? Hey, Christina. How are you?" Okay, so parenting double standard. That's what we're talking about today. Okay. Somebody says, okay, what is the parenting double standard? That is pretty much basically, hey, Abby, how are you? That is when the parent says the kid should follow the rules that I give them because they are the kid, they are the child. So basically, don't mind what I am doing as a parent because I am the adult and I am the parent. So the child is to do as I say, period. Okay? Let's say that again. So parenting double standard is when the parent says or feels that the child should follow the rules that I give them simply because they are the kid, they are the child, and I am the parent. Hey, Eb, how are you? Right. Hi, Brother Sean, how you doing? So is that right? Is that okay? Is that all right? Is it okay? Absolutely not. It is not okay. Okay? Our goal is to raise successful children. I don't know about you, but that's my goal. My goal is to raise successful children, right? Hey, Brother Sean. So my goal is to raise successful children. How do you do that? How do you raise successful children? Hey, Tati Tutu, how are you? How do you do that? How do you raise successful children? You be the example. You be the example that you want your children to be, okay? We are their first role models. So that do as I say and not as I do really won't work because children are like sponges, okay? They absorb everything that they see us do. They absorb things that they hear us say, okay? So yes, I had a mom reach out to me not too long ago for advice for their preteen daughter, okay? And the mother was complaining about the child not listening, having an attitude, and pretty much not doing what the mother was telling them to do. And as the mother was going down the list, I'm like, okay. And so I said, well, this person sounds familiar. And then the mother's like, what do you mean? And I said, this person sounds very familiar to me. And then she's like, what do you mean? Like, who, like, what are you saying? Who is that? And I said, it sounds like you. It sounds like you. This sounds like a duplicate of you. And she's like she was clutching her pearls. She had that look on her face like, how dare you tell me that sounds like me because that's not me. And I had to go down the list with her. And I said, well, listen to this. I said, you don't listen to authority, okay? Nobody can tell you what to do, okay? And you walk around with an attitude all day long. I mean, all day long. that is a duplicate of you. You are raising a mini you. And she was just surprised and just, once again, had that clutch her pearls kind of moment. And she was like looking at me like, how dare you? See, one thing about me is that I believe that you cannot help somebody if you're not going to be able to tell them the truth. Truth is the only way that we are going to get ourselves together and get on the right road. We don't need a lot of people to just keep us in the same boat telling us what we want to hear. That's not going to help us get anywhere in life. We need truth. Truth is what sets you free, makes you free. You will be free with truth. Parenting isn't easy. My parents been married going on 40 years next year. I'm glad they sowed seeds. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. So me being the person that I am, my goal is not for her to feel bad or to feel like she's a bad parent. That is never my goal for anyone, to make you feel like a bad parent. But the thing about parenting is that there is no perfect parent. We are going to fail. We are going to make mistakes, and we have to understand that. But one thing we have to do is learn from our mistakes. Matthew Dennis said, yeah, I came under good parenting. That's awesome. That's beautiful. So I had an example that I was able to give to her about my personal experience. When my older daughters was elementary school age, it probably was about 7, 8, 9, around that age, we was in the house and they would scream. They would yell a lot. Like their communication was always yelling. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like one day it just got on my nerve to the point I'm like, okay, y'all need to stop all this yelling in my house. This is my house. Sean Great says, my son was just telling me this about his mother. I try to explain this to the kid's mother. What they see you do matters more to them than what you simply tell them in the matter of wrong and right. Exactly. Right. So, so they was screaming and yelling around in the house. And so I could not take it. I said, okay, this is enough. Enough is enough. Like this can't go on in my household. I like peace. I like peace and quiet. What is going on? And so as I'm coming to them and I'm telling them, I said, listen, this got to stop. But at the same time, I'm yelling. I'm yelling at the top of my life, on top of my lungs. So what I'm condoning them, hey brother, God bless you, man. Oh, so what I'm trying to convict them of, what I'm trying to correct them of doing, I'm doing while I'm trying to correct them. So the Holy Spirit had to catch me and snatch me out and say, you shut up. Yeah, the Holy Spirit talks to me like that. Says, you shut up. You don't have a leg to stand on because you are doing the same exact thing that they are doing at this moment. You don't have a leg to stand on to correct them. You need to fix you first. And that's what the Spirit told me. I had to fix me first. So the Holy Spirit had me evaluate myself. And then he said, once you fix you and you get yourself right, you stop yelling and screaming around this household, those children are going to come under subjection. They're going to get in line. They're going to follow suit. And I said, dang, girl. God, you ain't got to talk to me like that? Okay, I get it. Goodness gracious. So we have those moments where we're not always going to be right. There's no parenting book, no parenting manual that will give you the right answers and tell you this is what it's supposed to do. So you kind of learn as you go. But also the Holy Spirit would also correct you too. So as I began to work on me, because I had to work on me first. And as I worked on me, we worked on it together. Okay? We did this as a family. We had to fix ourselves together. Matthew says, I have a lot of memories how I was raised. Too many to tell. Hope they're great memories, Matthew. Tati said, when your parents call you by your full name, you know you're in trouble. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. When your mother calls you by your full name, you know you in trouble. Yes, Brother Sean, that was a real reality check. Because, I thought I was a good parent, I thought I was doing it right. But sometimes we don't see it that way. Sometimes we get so used to doing stuff. It becomes a part of our life, and it just becomes something that we just do on a regular. But sometimes those things can be very poisonous to your surroundings and everybody connected to you. So we as parents have to evaluate ourselves. We are not always right. Okay? So if you don't like what you see, this is what I tell parents. If you don't like what you see in your children, evaluate yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, they are just duplicating or mocking exactly what they see you do. Evaluate yourself, okay? And some things are hereditary, but then there are other things that is just learned behavior, okay? Learned behavior. So what you ought to do is identify it, work on it, and move forward, okay? All right, parents? Identify it, work on it, and move forward. It's okay. We're not going to, I keep saying this, we're not going to always be right. Stop looking or trying to always be right. What you want to be is better. Be better at parenting than you were 5, 10 years ago, okay? So we're going to learn and grow. Matthew says, my godmother, a single mother of 3, did it all by herself. Even had time to take care of me and my brothers along with her 3 girls. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, Matthew. I'm glad you have some great memories with your parents and your grandmother and your godmother. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So once again, parents, I'm going to say it again. Identify it, work on it, and move forward. You're not a bad parent. We just could do better. We all can do better. There's some area in our life where we can all grow. Okay? It doesn't mean you're bad. Doesn't mean you did it wrong. It doesn't mean you just don't know what you're doing. We just need some work in some areas in our lives. Okay? Right? So I'm going to get off of here. I'm not going to stay on here long. I hope that helps somebody. I'll be back next week. I'm just going to come in with little nuggets. I'm just working on some things. So I just want to come on here and throw this out there. Okay? So once again, identify it, work on it, and move forward. Evaluate yourself, parents. If you don't like what you see in your children, maybe, just maybe, it's you. Okay? I know we don't like to hear that it's you. Nobody ever likes to hear that something may be wrong with us or something that we need to work on. But evaluate yourself, because just maybe, it just might be you, okay? Our children are a reflection of us, okay? So if you don't like it, evaluate yourself, all right? God bless you guys. I love you guys. I see you guys next week, all right? Take care.